A very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and outside the body of Christ. And once again, this is your Christian brother Eric Braxton speaking to you all, of course, from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago. To come to you all this day to discuss with you all a very important matter. And of course, that important matter is about the sighting of Bigfoot in America and other parts of the world, but especially United States of America. I show you all here about the Bigfoot phenomenon that is taking place all over America, the sighting of Bigfoot. It is not a new thing. They talk about the sighting of Bigfoot years ago. Maybe all in the 40s, 60s coming down. And if you go on YouTube and on the internet, there are many programs, an organization, a museum about Bigfoot. And some say people have different opinion about Bigfoot. Some say it is a real creature. Some say Bigfoot doesn't exist. Some say it's a make-up story. People give the different opinion. And then there are a lot of researchers who say Bigfoot really exists. But I want to have a different spin on it. In the context of a lot of people say that a lot of the sightings in the hotspots areas in all the different states of America that they continue seeing Bigfoot, the sighting of Bigfoot, that people claim they're seeing Bigfoot and recording Bigfoot on the camera in the videos and taking pictures about Bigfoot. Many people say it's not really Bigfoot, but it's people who dress up in costume like Bigfoot, claiming to be Bigfoot. But you know what they are seeing? People really does these things, dress up in costume, looking like a Bigfoot, to fool people. And Eric Braxton, Eric Braxton, could make up a Bigfoot costume and leave Trinidad and Tobago and go to America in the rural areas and dress up and fool people and make them and hide in the bush, and when the cars and them come in, or going certain people creeping in the go down in the town and village at certain time of the night and passing people front house and in the backyard, pass through the yard, when they will leave it to see me and think is a Bigfoot, the witnessing passing through the property, to give them that impression. I could do that, but you expect I to take my hard-earned cash money that I work so hard for to go up United States to dress up in a costume to play this kind of role? What will that benefit me in the end, ladies and gentlemen? It will benefit me nothing when I could take that hard-earned cash and buy food to eat. And take some of that money and buy some groceries to give our poor people to eat. But if I take that money to go up United States to engage in that mischief, it will benefit me and the people who think they're seeing Bigfoot when I play in that role, to give them the impression that I is Bigfoot, it's not benefiting them. So therefore, I will not take my money to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And if I win $3 million tomorrow, I will not take that money to go up there to do that for the kicks of it, neither. So I hope you all understand me crystal clear. I think Eric Braxton, is speaking to you all from my hearts of hearts. And Eric Braxton, do not want to go on Monster Quest and only looking at Bigfoot videos from one video to the next and it going up to 50 and going to the 100 videos. But in all the videos, the video end and the video start and the video end, and they are capture video, they are capture Bigfoot and they are whole Bigfoot. I must go through that all the time. I have reached a stage where I'm fed up. I'm really fed up. I'm really fed up. I, 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 I have decided to record some videos about Bigfoot to let all the researchers in the Bigfoot community landscape in America know, to hear my take on that matter, my opinion, my take on that matter. I think they should bring in Bigfoot dead or alive. The time arrived, and that they should bring it, if he really exists, this Bigfoot creature to bring him in dead or alive. So we'll put this thing to rest finally, to really find out if Bigfoot really exists. But he's just a fake. I don't believe Bigfoot exists, because we could go up in the forest and right there in Trinidad there are monkeys. We could go and hold the monkeys, we could the apes, all the species of monkey. We could go and track them down, take tranquilizer gun and shoot them. Huh? It's 5 o'clock now. And hold them. And if Bigfoot is a next creature that God created like the monkey, then it is a physical creature. So we could hold them. That's as we hold the other animals. How come? But they say we can't hold Bigfoot. He's more clever than human beings. We is the one have to be more clever. We human beings are clever than all the animals that God created. All the animals that God created, none of them is more intelligent or more wiser and clever than mankind. Because keep in mind, we have dominion over the animals. The animals don't have dominion over us. They are the lower species. We are created higher than them. You understand? And since we are created higher than them, we are able to deal with them. You understand? And if Bigfoot is a normal creature that God created, like the monkeys and they be able to hold he, how come we not holding he? But they're trying to come up with all sorts of foolish ideas to say he's more clever than we, and he's smarter than he, and he's so seclusive that Bigfoot will only allow we to for we to see he when he want we to see he, but we will go looking for he. And if he doesn't want for me to see him, we can't see him. That's all the excuses is used. Then some they say he's a supernatural being. But if he's a supernatural being, then he's not a physical creature that God created like the other physical animals. Because they say he could appear and disappear. But that's a supernatural being. That's a spirit being. So I find all the researchers should really get this, all of them should come together. Or partner together, as is used that word. That word is very properly banded. Use plenty amongst mankind. Partner together and decide really whether Bigfoot is a physical creature or whether he's a spirit being. Because some is saying he's a physical creature, some saying he's a spirit being. Then what Bigfoot is really is? They see different opinions, so I think they will have to decide that. You see? I don't believe Bigfoot exists. Because if Bigfoot exists, we'd have done a whole long time. And that's why I'm appealing to all my American brothers and sisters. If you all think Bigfoot really exists and he's just a physical creature like the ape and monkey, well, shoot him and kill him or capture him and bring him dead. Bring Bigfoot, Mr. Bigfoot, the male one or the female one, bring he or she in, dead or alive. As simple as that. I'm appealing for that to happen. Because as I see all that going on, all that going on this wild goose chase after Bigfoot and all that holding no Bigfoot. And all the museum that all they have with all the thousand print a Bigfoot and Bigfoot mannequin and drawing and Bigfoot. I'm not being impressed with all of that. I am not. If you all think you all will have to impress me, waste of time with that on all your part. Only not to press in this little Christian boy with all what all they have in all the museum. With all the different prints of the Bigfoot. I'm not impressed with that. I'm impressed with the real Bigfoot. Live creature. That's what I want to see. Although when you go up in the forest and look the Bigfoot print and taking the liquid and putting it to get a print, to get a solid a duplicator to bring it in the museum and put it there. Anybody could go up there and dig out that thing and make it look like it's a Bigfoot past the. And all they really think is genuine is physical creature that leave its print there. A lot of people just be faking that. And when all they think that is really a big footprint, is a person who have gone there in that area previously and carve out that. So when the researcher come, oh look at big footprint there, and they snap in picture, they take the liquid, make it form and take it out and carry it, and they have all these different print of Bigfoot in the museum. And then the researcher now he examining all the different prints and he authenticating all these prints is really true. It have one from I can't remember his name now, but he's very famous at that. A lot of them. And they say yes, because of the Bigfoot print, Bigfoot really exists. Does it prove that Bigfoot exists? That is still not prove that Bigfoot exists. They have to capture the creature himself, bringing that creature dead or alive. Then we will really know if Bigfoot exists. And that's why I'm appealing to all of you all in the Bigfoot community to bring in Bigfoot dead or alive. Then we will really know if he really exists. So what all I only have in all the museum, I'm not impressed with that at all. I'm telling you all up front. Yeah. I'm not impressed with that at all. I'm not impressed with that at all, one bit. I really want to see Bigfoot alive. So, well, they have all the job cut out for you all the researchers. Time to bring in Bigfoot dead or alive. As simple as that. And all the cameras. And in first place, all they setting up all the cameras wrong. The trail camera, all they putting it right in the tree where all the hand could reach. If Bigfoot come in, according to all the, if he's an intelligent creature, more intelligent than man, if you see the camera there, he will pass in front of the camera for all the snap, snap Bigfoot. That's why that only taking pictures of the coyote, the moose and other animals passing, but no Bigfoot picture thing. All supposed to take the camera and go up the tree, the tall trees, and set up the camera in different geographical. So any Bigfoot pass or little that when it because it's a beam, when it pass in the beam, it will automatically snap it. But all I put these trail cameras quite on top of the trees, but all they're not doing that. All they putting it right there for the Bigfoot to see. All you need to do is stop doing that and put the camera straight up there, up on top of the trees where you can't see it. But I see none of all you doing that. I must leave Trinidad and Tobago just to come up there to tell you all of that. All you should know that. But at least I'm not telling all that in the video. So, oh yes. And I'm sitting in Trinidad and I'm watching you all American, my white brothers and sisters. You all really believe Bigfoot exists, eh? And I'm watching you all very carefully. All the research, all what you all are doing and talking about Bigfoot. You all very excited at the whole Bigfoot. I see the excitement in all your heart, mind, and soul. The capture Bigfoot and all these things. because thousands of people talking about Bigfoot and thousands of sightings of Bigfoot. You all saying that all these people can be lying. What they're saying is true. So you all really believe Bigfoot exists. So it means with all these sightings of Bigfoot in all the different states, why up to now haven't captured Bigfoot? Haven't captured Bigfoot? Because it cannot be one Bigfoot leaving each state to go in other states up here for people to see. It had to be more than one Bigfoot. So which means it's telling the Bigfoot and them, is plenty of them. So if there's plenty of them and they're running the hundreds or the thousands, how come you haven't captured one up to now, or a baby one, male or female? Up to now you all haven't bringing nothing. Not a baby Bigfoot, male or female. All you find that strange? Something is sinister that is at foot at here. Sinister afoot, that is afoot. Sinister see, that is at foot. Something sinister that is at foot. And therefore that I'm talking with you all, having this healthy discussion with you all. Something is very strange. And you all are not looking that well. I tend to cover all aspects about it. So I'm appealing to all my American friends and brothers and sisters in all the states throughout the United States of America and all the UFO researchers in the UFO community. You all need to wake up on what I'm telling you all and what I'm preaching and telling you all. Time to bring in Bigfoot dead or alive, whether he exists. If he really exists, I don't believe it exists. And I believe that a lot of these sightings you all see in Bigfoot is people who dress up in these costumes, playing that role, giving you all the impression Bigfoot exists. You all don't believe that? That's why I say it's a sinister plan that is at hand. Now let me tell you all that someone could have a sinister agenda to keep on fooling the American people, giving them the impression Bigfoot exists, for them to have that belief, and for them to keep on wasting the time in research and putting the resources in that research, and they are being fooled in the process. And the person who are fooling them in the process, he's getting kicks off of that. But who will be that person? The President of the United States? I don't think that. Because that person who will be dressing up in Bigfoot, we always see him afar, but all they go close, he done quite across the window. Before that, so all they can never pick up with him, but only see him from a far distance. It means that that person who's dressed up in that suit, can you all see that he is moving supernaturally? Now, you didn't hear what I said. I'm getting an area that I need to get in. That's why I said I tend to cover all grounds. So therefore, if the creature is moving supernaturally, that you all can pick up with he, then it is something that you all dealing with, that you all don't fully understand. Then if it is of a supernatural nature, then is someone behind that. Causing the Bigfoot to appear, but in person dressed up in a costume to appear, but moving supernaturally, so they can never hold him, and all they're going around thinking that is a genuine Bigfoot, and all this being fooled in the process. Is that what really taking place? I really believe that. Because if he's a physical flesh and blood creature, we'd have done wholly long time. But if the creature is moving supernaturally, then it is not a physical creature. It's either a genuine man in a suit, dress up. But you all will say I'm contradicting myself. If it's a flesh and blood man in a suit, dress up in a monkey suit, but he is moving supernaturally, then that person cannot move supernaturally on their own. It is someone who is causing him to move supernaturally. Quite true. Then who is the person who is causing that person to move supernaturally? See? Well, there's the power of God and the power of Satan. Because Satan has power. God is supreme in power. But we know when God creates Satan, he gave him power. I mean Lucifer, God gave him power. So I stop up to there. I leave that for you all to think. So you all understand. So time you all know I mentioned about God and Satan. Which one you all think using that person, the physical person, to go in a suit, to operate supernaturally and to fool people in that process? You think God is doing that? Or the next one is doing it? I don't mention the name, so I don't have to repeat the name. I throw that in the mix, so you all know the area that I get into. Because something like that have to take place, and that will come down to at the end of the day. It will come down to. That will come down to. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it a serious thought. Right. Give it a serious thought. Give it a serious thought, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. And therefore, I have to reach out to you all and have this discussion with you all about Bigfoot in the international community. And to put this information out in the public domain. I do believe Bigfoot exists. But all those of you all who really believe Bigfoot exists, it's time for you all to bring in that Bigfoot dead or alive. But me as you all wholly know Bigfoot, and only a captain know Bigfoot. So, sad on all your part. Really sad on all your part. I can't say happy on all your part. And I, Eric Braxton, cannot celebrate with you all. When all capture Bigfoot, shoot him dead, or capture him, bring him, then I will celebrate. Then Eric Braxton able to do a little dancing. Only that time I'll be happy to know, well, this creature was really exists. And I, who's the one who was saying no Bigfoot didn't exist, then now I'm convinced by you all capture Bigfoot. Then I will have a change of heart eventually. And then after, I will have to offer you all my solidarity by really saying you all was what you all was saying through all the time that Bigfoot really exists. But I will only have that change of heart when all it actually hold Bigfoot and bring him dead or alive. But right now, so then I'm the doubter. Well, not really doubter, but I'm not no believer that Bigfoot exists. Do you all believe it's people dressing up in these costumes playing these roles? But who is the one who using them to play that role? Are they doing that on their own? Well, let have people doing that on their own. That's for the kicks of it. And it will have other people, flesh and blood people, who are dressing up like Bigfoot, playing a role to fool people to really think Bigfoot exists. But it's someone using them to do that. Well, well, to make it plainly, you remember I mentioned the two people, not the two people, the two beings. So I'll just mention one, and I will not mention the other. But you all, when I mention the one, you all automatically know the other one. Well, God is not using people. The God is not using people to dress up in no Bigfoot costume and use them supernaturally to fool people concerning that. God is not using no man or no woman to dress up in no costume as Bigfoot for them to play that role and use them supernaturally to vanish and disappear, to give people the impression that this creature really exists, but to fool them in the process. God is not using no man or no woman to do that. So since God is not doing that, you all know the other one I talk about, right? It come down to that eventually. It come down to that eventually. Mm-hmm. It come down to that eventually. Yeah. But that my take on the matter. But if all they capture Bigfoot alive and bringing Bigfoot alive, dead or alive, if all they actually do that to prove the world that he exists, then I will know, well, Bigfoot really exists and that he's really a creature like the monkey and ape. But for all these years, he have outsmart human beings. He didn't allow nobody to capture him, but we eventually outsmart him now by capturing him, bringing him dead or alive. Then I will know that God really created a creature like that, and wasn't and and in spite of that, people dressing up in costume, playing Bigfoot for the kicks of it. It really a genuine Bigfoot. But the only how I could know that, or they had to bring in him a genuine Bigfoot, dead or alive, or they had to actually kill him or capture him, bringing him a dead alive. Then I will come to this conclusion that he really exists. But for now, I don't believe he exists. You all understand what I'm saying? Right. So, so that might take on the matter, ladies and gentlemen. Huh? Yeah, but when it gets there, no. So, but a lot of you all will be vexed what I'm teaching you all in this video. Roxanne, you only talking this talk. You go down in Trinidad, you just only talking this talk. I only talking this talk. Yeah, but all the American people only recording video, only talking about Bigfoot, and only I show me no Bigfoot. Uh-huh. A lot of you all will disagree with what I say, or you only recording video to criticize American people. I only doing that? Yeah, but the American people, all the researchers, they only recording video after video. And at the end of the video, at the start of the video, they talk about Bigfoot. At the end of the video, we have seen no real Bigfoot and they haven't captured no Bigfoot. So why only I talk about that? I is the one who talking about that. And only showing you one side of Bigfoot museum with Bigfoot print, Bigfoot, the foot of the Bigfoot, and the print of the Bigfoot, and one side of Bigfoot drawing, but no real Bigfoot. I only talk about that. I talking about that. Or they want to be vexed with me talking about that. But they want to record in the video and only showing you Bigfoot mannequin, but no real Bigfoot. All not vexed with them with that. You see, so where's the fairness? All not being fair. It's I the one who being fair. Well, brothers and sisters, we will end it here on this note. I will continue on this matter concerning Bigfoot in the next video to come. May all the researchers in the Bigfoot community take heed on what I'm saying and really think of what I'm teaching you all and telling you all. It's time for you all to wake up and smell the coffee and recognize that in all of the research, 40 and 30 years of research, you all haven't captured no Bigfoot as yet. And none of you all haven't captured no genuine Bigfoot. Will you all continue doing that all the time? So all will have thousands of sighting of Bigfoot. But at the end of the day, all are bringing in no Bigfoot. And recording thousands of videos again to come about Bigfoot. But no capturing no real Bigfoot. How long that will go on for? And the thousands of other videos to come in the future that are, okay, for instance, we in 2022, all now they're recording Bigfoot videos right now. In 2020, so you mean to say in 2023 to come next year, they will be recording more videos about Bigfoot. All they want me at the end of 2022, in the year 2023, to go on Monster Quest on YouTube and watch all the videos that they will record for next year, 2023. But so if they record at 2,000 videos, I must watch all these 20. If they record 2,000 videos for the whole of the year 2023, I must watch all these videos about Bigfoot. But at the end of the day, when 2023 ends, all you capture no Bigfoot. And I must sit down and watch all these videos. A waste of time. I'm not doing that. You see what I'm trying to tell all you? It's time to bring in Bigfoot, dead or alive. Because I don't have the patience to watch all the videos about Bigfoot that all of the record in 2023. But there are 1,000 videos, and at the end of 2023, all they haven't captured no Bigfoot. For me to really, all they haven't captured no real Bigfoot. But in all the videos that all of the record for 2023, at the start of the video, at the end of the video, all they have captured no, all they haven't whole Bigfoot. But talking about Bigfoot in all the videos, from the end of the beginning of the video, all they're talking about Bigfoot. At the end of each video, all the end talking about Bigfoot. But all they haven't captured no real Bigfoot. But only showing me Bigfoot print and then mannequins about Bigfoot and drawing about Bigfoot in the museum. A waste of time with that. The time have come now to bring in Bigfoot if he really exists, dead or alive. This is what I'm talking about. So you all really getting the picture crystal clear now? Keep on getting it crystal clear. So keep on getting it crystal clear. Right? So, but at the end of all this talk that I have to talk to you all, I'm in Trinidad and you all up in North America. I will have to be sitting here and waiting here to see the action you all will take up there. and try to speed up effort to try to bring in Bigfoot, whether he dead or alive. But let us wait and see what I could do. I know nothing concerning that, but at least I'm telling all in advance how I think about the matter. And the wild goose chase that all on. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, we will keep having discussion in our next video to come here, ladies and gentlemen, in our next video. May God help us all. May God help the American people to come to this understanding, what I'm trying to make them understand. May God help them, eh? May God help each and every one of us concerning that matter. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Yeah. Oh, you no other name but in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. May God help us all. And may people really come to the true understanding concerning this hot potato topic in America about the exciting, the reality of Bigfoot. Really, for people to come to the true understanding what really taking place. If he really exists, or is just people dressing up in costume fooling people. People must come to the true understanding of it. And I don't want people to really have the belief that this creature really exists, but it's a false belief and he doesn't really exist. You see? So we'll end it on this note. We have much to discuss with you all. So, the next video to come. In no other name but in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, amen and amen.